All right, you ready? Settings. Streamer mode on. We're streamers. Subtitles on. Let's make it a little bit bigger. You know I like when they're bigger. So we can read it better. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. Streamer mode first. Oh, also, I'd like to thank them for sending me the code to this game. Thank you, Wales Interactive, for sending me the code. And here, it turns out I have a referral link. I didn't even know about it. Hold on. If you would like to pick up the game yourself using my referral link, here it is in chat. But anyways, all right. So let me know if it sounds too loud or anything, but we're gonna get into it. Sound good? We do not have 4K DLC. My computer couldn't even handle it anyway. All right, new game. This already looks like we're just watching a movie. No? Is this really a game?
Miss Bisley.
I'm afraid not.
Murder?
Oh, bollocks! Oh, shit! 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 Oh my dear! Oh my dear! I'll grab you this. You have my conviction.
You don't know me, but I've found you.
Yo, this is intense.
It wasn't easy, seeing how you've never met. But her words were persuasive.
This is
As I
incredible.
tracked you down, I went back to her, but
A
she
murder
was
most
gone.
foul.
All I found in the debris was an address, which I've enclosed. I'm going to make sure she's all right. If there's any part of you that cares for your daughter, you'll come too. Signed, R. Price, Private Investigator.
Mysteries afoot. Discovery
Right, well,
item. Directory item.
This is it. The Isle Tide Hotel.
Oh my god, hold on! I have to make a choice. Okay. Thank God for streamer mode.
What can you tell me about the hotel?
Oh, right, yeah, I see. Buck me up with a bit of chat and see if I spill. I said I'd keep quiet. Look, if this is some kind of test, I don't appreciate it, mate.
I don't feel like my question
God
was
knows what
that
you lot
weird.
get up to in there. It's even stranger when you leave.
You lot? What does that mean? What are you talking about?
Look, forget the fair, will you? Just get out.
And a streamer mode came in clutch immediately. While eating, streamer mode is a great idea. Also, shout out to Whales Interactive for another flawless FMV. This looks incredible. Harry, good job. Oh, they said it! This is slick.
Hey.
Kind of reminds me of Erica already a little bit, location-wise.
Never mind. Just,
I'm tweeting about the game in case you're like, why does she keep looking down?
Excuse me.
Yo, I'm already obsessed with this person behind the desk. Am I supposed to do something? Well, I have no choice.
Welcome back to the Isle Tide.
Obsessed. Obsessed.
Fine.
Obsessed with this person.
I trust you had a pleasant term, Miss Ray.
This is some Crowley energy, no? Also obsessed. Yeah, who's he from? Wait, we know him, totally.
My apologies. I mistook you for somebody else.
For my daughter, perhaps? Yo, I love him. I love him. I wonder if he's a murderer. Ooh. I'm gonna do my very best to not have to rely on streamer mode, just by the way. We'll see how this goes.
I have an invitation.
Oh, marvelous. I trust you had a pleasant term.
Of course.
May I inquire which symbol can be found on the inside of the invitation? You must have seen
What? Ooh, a maze. I don't know. Probably the symbol that shows
a
up
maze,
next to my dialogue options.
a true devotee of the mystery genre, are we, sir?
You have no idea.
It's the only genre I read.
Oh!
Well,
We're
no news to
detectives
see.
up in this house. Don't even worry
But the
about us.
Altai would never wish to disappoint. Dorman, perhaps a puzzle for our new guest.
A puzzle? You say? Turn up the audio. You got it. I know the music in the beginning started loud and then it was not as loud. I'm already been kidnapped. It's been like 5 minutes. Oh my god, I've been ultra kidnapped. What the heck? Max kidnapping. Am I in Saw? Is that the puzzle I'm in? Do I have to like pry the key out of my eyeball? feel like I have to make a choice very soon. Oh, honey. You need the combination. How do you even know what numbers you're looking at? What? Stop, I guess. How am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know? Well, it's... What? Wow, I'm a motherfucking genius. Don't even worry about me. I got this live. We got kidnapped. Max kidnapping. LOL. Subtitles. Hannibal Rising, yo. Yeah, all the actors in this are like legit. They've got credits. They've got a resume, y'all. I love that they also want to do an FMV. It is high production value, to be fair. Ooh. Oh no. Five. I don't know. Oh.
Sorry,
I should at least pretend to know that you were coming. Sit, if you're attracted to the prospect.
Yes. 100%.
I was skeptical too. But after 212 predictions, my conversion rate improved significantly over the term. My return on investment only began when I decided to believe.
I feel like I'm in House of Leaves.
The Queen of Wands wants to show herself. You are seeking something. Or someone.
Is this my room? The receptionist guy was in
And
Game
even
of
if you
Thrones.
don't
That's
believe-
it. Who did he play?
There are 78 cards with infinite shuffle combinations, so who's to say that you weren't supposed to see that sequence? I haven't finished my handover yet, so... choose one and let's see.
My heart is telling me left. What does it mean?
Interesting.
Why?
By the end of this swell night, you will have to make a choice.
Yeah, that tracks.
Which is the right choice?
The one you feel will gain the greatest return.
Was there something about a girl?
I wonder if the girl who got attacked in the beginning is my kid. Or just another girl who got attacked and brought to this hotel. Okay. Can we do them all? Wait, I want to do all the odd numbers. 7. The Night King! Shut up! Whoa! The Night King is running this hotel!
read the note. I'm not ready for you yet, Sweet.
Oh, jeez.
Come back when it's time.
Oh, I have to go everywhere and then come to room
And don't be
7?
late.
Okay. Why was I tied up in order to be here? Receptionist? Oh, hell yeah! Receptionist? The receptionist is just in his room, not being a receptionist right now? Oh, I guess he's working. Okay. Paul? There are cards from Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood. Just close the door. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I couldn't look in the other rooms. Oh god.
Hey!
You don't know me, but I found you. That's what I wrote in the letter. On Price.
Your price?
What did you expect?
Your height difference is dope.
Oh, jeez.
Crush
Bet
her.
myself a bottle of Bushmills you wouldn't show. Heard you were never around. And people don't change. So figured it
What
was
in
a
the
bet.
Twin Peaks? I was thinking the same thing.
Those who do, you have to watch out for. So why are you here?
I'm here for Eleanor.
What, out of some newfound fatherhood? Or looking to make
Yeah, I came, didn't I?
Makes no difference.
Well, why did you write the letter?
In case something happens to me, at least someone would know where she is.
What is this place? It really does feel like.
What is this place?
They have your daughter. That's
Is this
all I
like-
need to know.
Is this like Old Boy?
Asked around before I got here. People stayed tight-lipped. Even the locals. Even for cash. Whatever's going on has got folks scared. Or loyal, like I've never seen. Unlike you.
More like Taken. Taken and Old Boy and
The guests are getting together downstairs.
um
Dressed in these. I'm gonna
Yeah,
get one, go
Cornetto
down there
movie.
and find out who has her. And if you don't show, I won't be surprised. Doubt she would either.
I can't remember the name of it right now. Hot Fuzz, thank you. Just because the girl got attacked by this older lady at the beginning. What on earth? What? What?
Accountant. Boring. London-based, so the commute's a nightmare.
Is his eyes wide shut now?
You can settle
What?
down next to him. Do you sweat much?
Yes, I do.
Got newfound respect, mind you. Didn't get promoted once. Bloody bunch of tossers.
Told you so. And you said I was whining. I hope you learned something.
Yeah. It's never subtle. It's obvious where they're looking. Right here. Bloody off-putting.
What is going on?
I'm sorry. Sorry. I just want to dab again on Insta without looking foolish.
Same, man, same. I still do it. It'll be cool again one day. One day. Just like me for real.
You signed my petition. I'm Jordan Hemlock.
Oh, his mask
You
is
may have
sick.
heard I'm arguing the etiquette, so it's ergo rather important.
Well, I've been here since '69 and they've never changed a word.
What?
What do you think of my mask?
What does that mean?
Suits me. Am I right?
That purr. That man spoke the truth and left. Just dab. Just dab. It's cool. I know this is weird. I don't know what's going on, but I'm obsessed. I can't wait to figure out what's happening.
You don't know me, but I found you. It's got you right off. Stop shaking like a teenager's wrist.
Her mouse.
Guessing these aren't your average guests. There's a lot of them. Not sure on their choice of road, though. What's up with you?
Just nervous.
We'll find her.
That's what I'm nervous about. Not sure how to explain to her where I've been all these years.
We're a bad dad. Boo. Still a papa, though.
Grapes are not harvested from thorn trees, nor are figs gathered from thistles, for they yield no fruit. Peel comes before the fruit to protect it, but that shall not be so on the swell. Just as the great ocean has one taste, the taste of salt.
I know the cheese
so
mask was
too
sick.
shall this tide, the taste of life. To reach the fruits, we must first cut away the peel. Simul justus et peccator.
Am I gonna get brainwashed?
Good afternoon, Verse. Nice to see our body. Hope you all had a lovely time. If you're new, or would like reminding, the 9-chapter etiquettes can be found in your rooms.
What?
Or on the notice board in the lobby. It is my pleasure to introduce the Grand Elect.
Whomst?
We are who we say we are. Praise be to Dr. Aniston, founder of the Tide and seeker of the core.
Praise.
Praise. Praise. First we have taken the measure of each other. Now comes the fitting. Bring forth the new verse.
Is that me? Is that me? I know that hair is what I want my Baldur's Gate character's hair to be.
Give us your name.
Christopher?
Give us your name, and we will change it.
I'm scared.
Give us your suit.
That's the dude
and
by
we
the
shall swap
gate.
it. In the giving and the changing, only the core will remain. And in the core, purpose.
I've changed my mind.
Oh, they're gonna kill you. Oh, they're gonna murder your ass.
Sorry. I don't want to.
There's no way you can see it and then get
I
away
was,
having seen it.
I was talked into it. No, please. No, please. No!
Dead. I got an achievement. Accept
Before we
help.
embark,
Enter with Christopher. I don't know
Does
what that
anybody
means.
wish to shed guilt for the term?
Last term, I practiced as the priest. I found it hard.
He is dressed as a priest.
I confess.
What does that mean?
I turned to drink. And got a tattoo.
Etiquette 7 has been broken. To impart manners,
Oh
your
my
choice of
God.
suits for the coming term shall be halved.
Forgive me.
You are already forgiven.
Oh my God. I know this call will be wild. Love that for you, bestie.
I committed a crime on the previous term, which verse 37 was arrested for.
What the fuck?
Etiquette 4 has been broken. To impart manners, your suit shall be chosen for you.
I wonder if suit is like their role they're playing in
already
society. If that's what that means. And if term is like when they
I
go
too
out
wish
into
to
the
share.
world. They play a
The
different
whispers
version.
you have
I don't
heard of a
know.
young girl are true.
Huh?
Chosen by Dr. Aniston himself for this deviation of etiquettes, she will be presented to all at tonight's swell celebrations. A hearing for all. Until such time, we shall proceed from the measure to the fitting.
Yo, their whole persona, like their name, job, who they are, is like decided for them every term. Is that what's happening? Yo, I don't know what's going on. This is dope. Okay. I want to know what this guy's doing. The cheese mask is so good.
So what do we do?
I need a moment to think before you backwash words. This shit gives me the creeps. Figured they'd be some kind of cult.
So did you call the police then?
I'm not related. Lack of cause for concern said I barely knew her.
Oh.
But I know what she's going through.
We still don't even know if
Can't
it's the
rely on
same
them
girls in
anyway.
the beginning.
Called on your ex as well. She reckons Eleanor ran away. Flashed me some note Eleanor left, but I didn't buy it. Lucky I spotted the hotel card before she did. She also
It is the
didn't
same
believe
girl.
Eleanor would have hired me to find you. 5-star reviews there. So here I am, stuck with the only one who barely knows
Look,
her.
I get it.
No, you don't. Eleanor may have been taken, but to her, you've been missing a lot longer.
Wow. Intense. We are bad dads.
What's she like? Eleanor.
Not the first time I've had to describe a child to their parent. Slim, average height, stubborn, dry sense of humour, but is there. You can see she's smart.
Is this her girlfriend?
Calculated, but kind. Nice to me, anyway.
Do you love her?
Saw a lot of myself in her,
Do you love her?
and I won't let that happen again. It changes you.
Mm.
Being taken takes all that away.
Is that what happened to you?
There's two choices that make sense. See her in the cute red mask?
Yeah, how are they
That's the cleaner.
roommates?
Caught sight of her upstairs. She's got to know where Eleanor is. Housekeeping's always a good source. Or the big fella. Dorman's bound to know where she's being kept. Probably carried her in.
I like
That's
the
all I'm here
lady
thinking.
option more.
Could try sweet talking her, but he'll need more persuading.
Sweet talk. Sweet talk. Her. Sweet talk.
Then let's question her.
I don't need you, but I've never been able to put the heat on a woman. Not like that. Just not great.
She
at
heard
putting the
me.
pressure on. But maybe if we do this together, good cop, bad cop. Not exactly low stakes practice.
Yo, I think Chris is dead. I'm so sorry.
Good cop, bad cop. Got it?
Wait, which cop am I? Am I good cop or bad cop? I missed it. Am I good cop or bad cop? Chat! Help me!
Now what? I'm sorry.
I wasn't paying
We don't mean
attention!
to disturb you. If it's okay, we wanted to ask a few questions.
I'm bad cop. Okay, I'm bad cop. I'm bad cop. You're gonna answer.
And you're going to answer.
Oh, am I now?
Ooh, bad cop is hot.
You're the cleaner here, right?
But then you never really know someone who handled their dirty laundry.
Told you. I was telling my friend here that cleaners know everything that happens in a hotel. Like that girl they mentioned.
This slash your partner? Does she leave skids?
Nice.
We wondered where she was.
I already cleaned up your shit for you. Now you want me to wipe it for you too?
Damn. Yes.
Yeah. And when you're down there, you're going to tell us what you know.
Tell you what?
Damn.
The girl.
Why? Who's she to you?
I'm gonna say nothing. That seems a little more bad copy.
It's none of your business why. We just want to know what room she's in.
Is that all I am to you? Still some hanger? I clean this place so I can be like you, and all you even do is look down on me.
We just want an answer.
I deserve to have the same choice you all get.
Just calm.
But still,
Please,
no one gives a shit. No one does anything for
Keep
me.
your voice down. We just want to know where Eleanor is.
Well, that's fine. I like taking out the garbage. I like the pain.
We'll go if you just tell us.
I can tell.
Getting all flustered. Didn't Mummy tell you not to
Tell us where she is before I forget what my mother taught me.
Oh my gosh, I thought I was supposed to be bad cop. Ooh, I'm supposed to be bad cop, but now she's being bad cop, so I feel like I need to be good cop. I want to do this one.
Or we make you a deal.
You would do something for me.
Never double down bad cop.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yes, I would.
Room 10. Dr. Anderson says a girl called Melissa doesn't have to join in. I think she should.
What?
I will talk to her myself.
What?
I like the softer touch. Help clean that up for me, and I'll tell you.
None of us have a soft touch. What are you talking about? Look at us.
Fine.
We're all rough around the edges.
I'll talk to her.
I'll wait in the queue. Patiently.
Here. You'll need her room key. I was going to use it myself.
Hurry back.
Thank you. I don't even know. Yeah, we ain't soft. Look at us. How is nobody else like saying anything to us fighting? Getting rid of your disguise? I don't know about that.
Melissa.
Is it weird to not knock first? And just like walk in without knocking? This must be very fun and weird to film. That's how I feel about any creepy FMV. I love it. I love it.
I don't have to listen. I don't feel like talking. Dr. Aniston says I don't have to.
Ooh. okay. Let's just go with this first. Ease our way in a little bit. Don't just go in for the kill.
Dr. Aniston?
You don't know? Oh, I do. He's in charge. He dragged me here. He was trying to get my seatbelt off. That's how we met. The button was stuck. I couldn't see him in the smoke.
Oh, shit.
I woke up on the road. I remember the smell.
Yo.
Burnt hair. And how he looked at me. Scared. He dragged me here and...
Oh.
Saved me, I suppose.
Did he? You're trapped here now. And they want you to force
They
a
all say
join a
I should
cult.
be grateful. But look at me. How can I be?
This actress is amazing, by the way. She's crushing this.
I need your help.
No.
I just...
I don't want to talk.
I'm not gonna give up. Listen to me then.
I really need your
I
help.
don't want to hear
That's not what I wanted.
anything.
Obsessed. She rocks. What happens if I say nothing?
I don't feel like talking to anybody. It's not fair. They got to choose. I never got to.
She's like what I'm thinking in my brain. She's inner me. I think if I keep saying nothing, she's just gonna keep talking. So I'm gonna say nothing.
They all just say I'm mean. They tell me to grow up. They just don't get it.
I don't think I can say nothing this whole time because she's eventually gonna be like, okay, bye. I have to time this well.
If I don't say anything, it can't slip out. It's a secret. I don't like secrets.
Bye, small matters. Good night. Have a good
Mummy
sleep.
always said they were like heavy boots weighing you down.
Dude, she's amazing.
So I stay away. And they stay away from me. Expect you.
Do I say what secret or say nothing? Oh, I'm afraid. What if I ask and then she's like, okay, bye. Get out. I'm gonna say nothing. I'm gonna say nothing. Well, oh, I'm scared. I'm like,
What's your name?
oh.
Melissa?
Melissa, I'm Josh.
Is that really my name?
I need you to help me. You need need to come downstairs.
Who wants me to?
Oh. Oh no. Oh no. I think I should say I do. Because she doesn't have a good opinion of Dr. Aniston. And if it was the cleaner, we don't really know why the cleaner wants her out. But she's like a hard person, like a hard shell. So I can't imagine that this lady's like, the cleaner's cool. I think she's probably would be too intimidated by the cleaner. And we have a lot of questions. But if she's warming up to me, then I should be like, me. I'm scared. I'm gonna say it.
I do.
Because I do want it. It just wasn't my idea.
If you promise not to leave me alone, then
I hope Melissa's gonna be okay.
Okay. Fine. They're mean, but okay.
Yeah, I think she would think the cleaner's too mean.
Before, and I didn't like it.
I don't even know what we're doing.
Look at me. But it can't be worse.
Oh my god, is she my friend?
Let's go.
Oh, she's awesome. I love this. I know, I hope that she's okay. I hope we don't end up betraying her by doing whatever it is we're doing. It's hard to say because I don't know what's going on in this cult. Hi, Jared. Hi. Hello, hello. What's up?
Have you come to join us, lovely? Oh, how wonderful. You'll have a great time. I'll come in with you. Here. Bye-bye.
Price.
Screw you. Room 15. Oh, piss off.
Wait, I thought I wasn't supposed to leave Melissa. I hope she's okay. I don't know what's going on. Oh my god.
Eleanor.
We're too late.
Too late for what?
We'll find her.
Where? You don't get it. She's downstairs with them. We can't get to her now. We'll find her. Jesus.
I don't know what is downstairs.
That's the first thing. The first thing you've said that's even sounded like you give a shit. The first time like you've sounded like her father. Why are you even here? She wouldn't even be here. If she was my
What?
daughter.
Not mine.
What?
She's not my daughter.
What are you talking about?
What?
You
I never said that.
What?
In fact, I've never said that.
What?
Your name's on the birth certificate.
You kept me on there. For her sake. You know, maybe you're right. I don't even know why I'm... You can't miss what you never had.
What the hell?
Why now?
Your letter. When she was looking.
Christ, if you'd looked sooner then. It might have gone well.
I only half understand the drama. We're learning things very slowly.
Somehow it was safe.
And then suddenly very intensely.
And now she's missing, and now...
You're here. Come on, there must be something in here. Start looking.
Are we sure they aren't girlfriends? Her and this Eleanor. Are we sure? Okay, so the bed has the toy in it. The desk has a cup. I think we should check the bathroom. Oh, but everything. I want to check everything. Everything. Yo, that tub is a submarine. Whoa.
What do you think it is? I have no idea.
Whoa.
I'm more of a shower guy myself.
The fact you have a preference is sad.
No, it's quicker than waiting for a bath.
We all have a preference. What do you mean?
Never had the patience for it.
I'm a shower girl. How about
I
you?
would lay in the tub for hours.
See, she's a bathtub girl. Whatever. They're all weird. I don't even know what's going on. I feel like we're in Twin Peaks Hotel.
The smell.
It's my
Her
father who
smell.
drank Bushmills.
He doesn't even know her.
Is he not around anymore?
This doesn't make sense. We're on the second floor. This hatch would just lead to the bathroom downstairs.
We gotta
Unless
go
the
in.
whole place was designed for these hatches.
We gotta go in.
Yeah. And this pipe. God only knows what.
Showers for life. Thank you.
A bunch of people holed up in a hotel, wear masks.
Taking a bath
take
is just being soup.
baths
That's
and
just people
teenage
soup.
girls. I don't get the connection.
Okay. Bed. I want to see that stuffed toy. That bun. Damn it. That scared me. I had never, there's a pop-up and I've never looked into that. Turns out you could do this. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't want to look at this anymore.
Thought you can't miss what you've never had.
Sometimes you can't help but imagine.
You should have reached out. You could have hired someone. There's plenty of people like me out there.
Oh, shit. Really?
Oh, she's the private investigator. Oh.
Had a bear.
I
Similar to
forgot.
that growing up. It's my favourite.
She can still be girlfriends.
Unless she still has it.
You bought her that.
I may have left. I'm not completely heartless.
Why would they bring that? You don't kidnap someone and bring their prize Teddy along for the ride. She's 17.
She's 17? Dang.
The whole bag of her stuff.
UI jump scare.
What does that mean?
This wasn't some random grab.
But it is weird because, so in the beginning, the girl we're looking for, if you missed the very start, she saw an old lady collapsing in her home. I assume it's her home. Collapsing. Like, okay, so the older lady was in the house looking for something. Like, she broke in, she was searching for something. And then Eleanor walked in and thought this old lady needed help. So she went to go help her. And then the old lady turned around and was like, gotcha! And then, like, jabbed her with a needle. And then that's all we know. So what do you mean that this wasn't just a grab? I have questions. She got jabbed and then they took her personal belongings with her? I don't know. She's older than I thought. I thought she was, like, older than 17. That's why when they were both
to read
like,
a girl's diary.
if I was her parent, and I was confused because both of them are young.
I know
also.
we've never met, but he's still my dad. That means we have a connection, right? The more scared I get, the more I know he's coming for me. So Eleanor doesn't know.
Her mum wanted to keep it from her.
Who is her real
Yeah,
dad?
well, mums don't always know what's best. How'd you both meet?
I think she's a mom who messed up
Happily.
somewhere, because that's the second time she's been like emo about a mom thing.
I spilled my drink on her in a bar. Didn't faze her. She just laughed, which I loved. She was always so driven. Always looking for the next adventure. She even had a bag packed by the door, always ready. And suddenly one day, the bag went back in the wardrobe. She stopped going to work. Rushing to start a family. We never even talked about it. Happened so quickly, I'm not sure I ever caught up.
Is that when she cheated?
No, she didn't get her writing skills from me, that's for sure.
Yeah, that lady was flipping tables. Oh my god. Finding Dad Fund. Money saved for my birthday, £60. Allowance, £75. Allowance, 15. Money from helping on Tuesday, £100. Oh, that's so cute. I know that she was like holding funds for this. Too bad some cult shit happened. I know we've never met, but he's still my dad. That means we have a connection, right? The more scared I get, the more I know he's coming for me. Her handwriting is great.
What's that?
Should
Why
we
people
open this
be there?
door?
I'm scared. It's her writing.
Is she in there?
We'll sneak you out of the orangery.
Mr. H. Well, at least someone's helping her.
Do you think it's the guy who likes dabbing?
She used to lock me in the house when she...
Wait. Okay, I just wanted to know if it had a
Now,
look to it.
My mum. I'd always find a way to sneak out. I'd head to the park in the summer. I'd force the boys to let me play football with them. There was this small car park with tall trees around it. That's where he grabbed me. I was too young to know what he was doing at the time. He even thought he'd let me go after. When that room finally got colder, I knew they couldn't find me. Think of Mum and Dad. I would sit in his crook when he watched his films. I remember seeing them pick the locks. Of course, it's much easier in the movies. I only have my hairpins. Much harder to learn. Took me a long time. When that door finally opened, it wasn't even that far from home. I outran all the boys that day. Across the park. The front door was unlocked. I ran straight in to find Mum drunk. Dad had left. I'd stopped looking. Mum was happy at first, but that was soon drowned out. Didn't speak much after that. Every time I questioned her about it, she'd up and leave. Locked inside again. Knew she blamed me for Dad. Sometimes wonder if I'd never left.
Sorry, I was muted. It's not her fault! That's what I said.
Yeah, I didn't get your first name.
I prefer Price, but it's Rebecca.
Doesn't sound like it was your fault, Rebecca.
Absolutely not.
It's hard to
Holy
fail as a
shit.
father. But he'll come around. I know he will.
I don't think so. People don't change, even if they want to.
Dude. That was wild. I know. We need to keep her safe. Actually, she seems pretty tough. I feel like she's the one keeping us safe, let's be honest.
Ice is still hard.
Holy cow.
Look at all this
That was
stuff.
wild.
It's labelled room 8 to 51.
It's not just Eleanor he's smuggling.
Or she. Well, it could be anyone.
Women could be kidnappers on the
Why
black
are they
market
sneaking
too.
crap around?
Their memories. Keepsakes.
We're out of time. But we're getting together downstairs. We have to go.
They might have got her out already.
I don't want to take that chance. We should get down there.
We don't know who we're looking for.
I won't leave her down there alone. I want her to know someone's here. Someone came to find her. You stay. Find out.
That's
whose
why
room this
she's
is.
so
Don't
intense
get
about
confused with
this.
shit that isn't theirs. Look for personal stuff.
It's not because they're girlfriends. It's because
And
she
don't
knows what
leave
it's
me
like to be
down there alone.
taken.
You'll come looking for me, right?
Yes, of course. I won't abandon you, Price.
Of course.
I'll meet you at the bar.
This poor girl. There's so much to look at on the bed. I want to look at the bed, please. Oh my gosh. The tarot cards from that one lady. Wait, so if they're kidnapping young, I don't know kids, but younger, I don't know. I'm just trying to put pieces together. So the cult is kidnapping people for human trafficking reasons? Is that what this sounds like? Or is it for their cult? Because here's the thing. The kidnapping thing is one thing, but the weird hotel cult is another thing. I'm just trying to piece everything together. But let's go with tarot cards because we met that tarot card lady. I don't even know where she is. What's her deal? Is she downstairs? That is not a normal tarot card. Ay, ay, ay. Is that her and my ex? Wow, you love cults, Jared. I would never have known that from you. Have you ever seriously thought about cults ever? Think about it. Think about it. Desk. Okay. Yo, I feel like the phone is endgame. Not endgame, but I feel like we've got to save that for the end. Also, there's a book about aliens. I would like to search the drawer, please. There's a fan fiction! Wait, what is this? Oh man, okay, alright. The tide in between, but that didn't stop Dr. Aniston volunteering, of course. She wanted in on the war effort, had her first suit declared MIA. I flew from Southampton to St. Malo in 41 after its reoccupation. We were late to the local action, but there were plenty more to be done. Myself and a few British squaddies were inspecting the coastline. This is This is a fanfic. Not a fanfic. It's a book. Barrel stacked high against the back wall. It was booze, and boy, did we liberate it. It was approximately a week later that my vision began to blur before disappearing entirely. I later discovered the cause to be the improper fermentation of the alcohol. I hear it also got 4 of the boys. Weeks went by, laid in a medical tent just south of whatever. Words are hard. I was in a dark place, literally. It was there. I felt her hand upon me, Dr. Aniston. She guided me back to Britain, gave me new purpose, an entirely new way of seeing. It's not a fanfic, and it's not a book. This is how this patient got kidnapped. Naruto brushed his finger against Sasuke's warm cheek, and then they kissed. That's my favorite book. Oh my god, that made me gag. Not in a bad way. He never liked tomatoes and he never liked ramen, but in this moment, their first kiss, they realized they had a new favorite food. The end. End of chapter. I'm sorry. Lemons in the next. Okay, so warning, lemons approaching. So anyway. I'm sorry, I got carried away. Anyway, so the tea here is that all of these people are getting into accidents, and then when they're at their weakest, this cult comes in and kidnaps them. Dr. Aniston and the cult. Anyways, let's move on. Hi, Kai. We're just writing fanfic. Don't worry about it. That's kind of cute. Thank you. Thank you. Tune back in when I've written my new story. Too many words. All right. Morning lemons.
I was wondering if you could smuggle over something large, then delete it from my records. I haven't bathed yet, so it's my dog. Her dog.
This is Alan Rickman energy.
Let me know. Room 38.
38. Let's go. Wait, we gotta go to 38. Okay, bathroom, I guess. Oh! We have to do the bath last because there's a hatch in it. Play some music. I'm gonna get in trouble on Twitch. Check clothes. Item discover. Oh, Mr. H driving license. Hennessy. It's Chris. It's Chris. The guy in the beginning. Oh no. Mr. H, I don't know if you're alive. You might be dead. I don't know. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ew, what is that? Check the sink. Chris got he was supposed to show up there to save her, right? But then broke. like the only clue I've really found is the license. Am I gonna get in trouble? What if there's something on here I need? Ah, okay. Let's just try it. Oh, it's classical. We're fine. This girl uses a lot of bedhead products. There's bedhead there. There's bedhead there. She must have great hair. I hate this. Because that means she's like, has her arms tied up there, no? Or not she, Mr. H, whatever. Whose room is this? Why do they keep showing that? Oh, honey, I'm nervous. Oh, wait, that's not Chris at all. This is a different man. What the heck? Or for oars. Oh, you're right. I was just thinking it was a kidnapping boat. Boat? Bath. But it's just a boat. Who are you?
See? Much better.
Oh, fuck! Wait, that's him! Wait! That's the man! That's the old man! Ah! Wait!
Why? Tell me why you don't like it.
Because I just changed, madame. Mind it, Darius, that's why. Now get your ass upstairs and put on the other suits.
First of all, check your tone. And second of all, I ain't changing. I'm feeling fresh.
You just better stop your crying, or I'll give you something to cry about.
Okay.
Oh, my ass.
I'll leave your ass here the whole term.
Oh, yeah, I wish you would.
What if we've met all these people before? And they're just different people now? Can cults usually change what people look like? What the heck? Oh my god. Meat suits. Are we all aliens? There was the alien comic thing hidden. We don't know where we are. This hotel is weird. Nothing makes sense. What if we're aliens and this hotel is a spaceship? Just think about it. Just think about it. And they say that every term they change their suit. They literally said that earlier in the cult meeting. Like the guy was like, oh, I was in a priest suit this term or whatever. And then they were like, their punishment for the other guy was like, you're going to have like half your suits next term. And then that other girl, they were like, your punishment is that we have to choose your suit for you. So what if literally they are changing their meat suits? Oh my god! Yeah, good luck finding Bryce and good luck finding my not daughter, I guess. That's why drinking and tattoos are prohibited because it's not your body! Oh my god, are we aliens? Because we're all getting abducted. Girl, I don't know. This is the person, no, who said that they were gonna choose their suit for them. I'm gonna find out. They were all wearing masks earlier, so I'm not 100%, but like physically, otherwise, they kind of look the same or similar.
Yes, yes. I'm feeling much better, but I'm not playing any more chess this term. You'll have to wait until the next swell.
What?
But as reigning champion, I'm happy to answer questions you may have.
Will you actually answer my questions? Tell me about the tide. Where are we? A spaceship?
What can you tell me about the tide?
Think about it.
It comes in and goes out.
Like a spaceship? Like a UFO?
What
Oh
can
my
you tell
God,
me about
I hope it's
Dr.
aliens.
Aniston?
What can I say? I've been with her since the beginning. Amazing woman. She invented it, you know. The machine.
Ah!
Just a shame about
I will
her
scream if
husband.
it's aliens.
Got enough in the bank to move.
I forgot I was
Take
eating
this place
lunch.
somewhere hotter.
I was so excited.
But she'll never leave this place, so we stay.
Why?
It's where she lost him. Best not say anymore.
We are prisoners of the skin. That's what the Latin said earlier in the cult meeting. Holy cow.
What is the core?
If I knew, I wouldn't be here.
And they've been kidnapping people from accidents
None of us
that could be
would, I
presumed
should
dead
guess.
or missing.
As different as each suit is, you soon realize that we all have the same problems, the same tastes, the same routines. Romantic, what she's trying to find. The meaning of it all. But who says there's a simple answer?
I've already asked these questions. I wonder if I can ask again. Let me see, just in case.
What can you tell me about the tide?
It might be the same combo.
It comes in.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
And goes out.
I just wanted to know. Brain swapping. Have you ever seen, I think this might be a book also, but there's this movie, oh my gosh, Elle Fanning is in it. It's something about like why I don't talk to girls at parties or something like that. Or why I don't talk to girls at party. I forget. It's something like that. And it's like a movie about aliens. Wait, I think this is the right movie. Wait, what if I'm fully wrong and I'm giving you false information? Hold on. Talk to girls at parties. Is that the name? How to Talk to Girls at Parties. Yeah, Elle Fanning and Nicole Kidman are in it, and Ruth Wilson. And it's a movie about like in the 70s in England, and there's like Elle Fanning is an alien, and all of her like family are other aliens, and then they come to London, and they basically just wear meat suit type things, like look like people, so that they can go and like do whatever they're doing, whatever they came for, and then they design or they like put a thing on their ship to make it look just like a house. And like they're only supposed to be there for a short amount of time before then they have to leave, and so their human suits are just temporary. But then Elle Fanning's alien character meets the guy, and then they build like a romance or whatever, and so she tries to convince all of her family to stay on Earth in their meat suits because she's like, I actually really like this human body. But she doesn't know what any of the parts are. Like, she doesn't understand how human bodies work or, like, how peeing works and shit. It's wild. Anyways, this is reminding me of. Anyway.
Thank you.
Is this hotel an alien spaceship? You remember when that movie came out? Oh, dang. I feel like it's kind of old. It was, like, young Elle Fanning. Like, not like a kid, but, like 15 or something. It's Neil Gaiman. Whoa, I didn't know that. Let's go to the bar. The casual use of meat suit. I like it better than a human suit. Remember that guy who dabbed? Anyway. Proud
We're
of
here
him.
to ask, no doubt. Answer's no. Failed to get enough signatures. A go? They'll refuse to change the wording.
We did meet this guy. I don't remember his situation.
No, you're supposed to start afresh, but this is important. I'll give it another crack next term. Span.
Damn.
I mean,
Oh, like lifespan?
just hope she can last.
at you live from the Altai with another dance on the swell. The night of no return for the term.
Aliens. Listen to this shit.
Make sure that suit fits.
Aliens!
7:45, the sound of the beat.
2 McAllens. Neat.
I know who we need to find.
It's hopeless. They've changed. Everybody. This whole place, it's like they've... How are we supposed to know who anyone is?
We're not going to be able to find my kid if everyone looks different, no?
How do I even know it's you?
This bartender looks amazing. I'm not Eleanor's father. This would be a good one to let her know. But I don't know that that's Price. I'm just going to say this anyways.
You don't know me, but I found you.
Nailed it. That bartender is serving looks just like the Game
Maybe
of
we have a
Thrones
shot.
guy at the
If we
receptionist.
work this out, we can finish this.
I never talked to the lady in Bride. I made this happen very quickly. Who are you?
Okay, sweeties. That's the mission bell. If you're happy with your fit,
I swear
please
I know
make
this
your way
guy.
to the hall
Wait.
for the Swell Night celebrations. Speedily.
I swear I know this guy. No? Anyone? Who knows?
Come on. We might still have time.
Oh, I wish I talked to the lady first. Ah, I messed up. I love his look, TBH.
How much exercise will it take to keep that up?
It's got its own fitness value.
Term of retirement for me.
The body has a fitness manual to keep up the physique. That's hilarious. We didn't bring our masks. Oh, not everyone has one. Never mind. What is it with the banana?
Are you sure this is it?
The letter said they'd meet in the orangery, but I don't see him.
It wouldn't matter anyway. He could be anyone. We need to get this right. Ask the wrong person the wrong question, it'll give the game away. We need to be subtle.
We should bring our special guest out soon. One final song until the swell night begins and we present our newest verse of the year.
Screw all that. Pick one. Find a connection. Once you're sure, give me the signal and we'll ask together, but you have to be sure.
I'm not confident. Oh my god. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I know. This is the person I want to talk to the most. But well, we have to talk to everyone, right? And see what our vibe is. We got to talk to this person first. We have to. Hello? Well, hello.
Was it too much?
It's just that no one here's gay or straight or bi, and with every body swapping, it's normal. And this is our culture.
Into it.
So I won't let it down. Jules, by the way.
Into this. Okay. How was your last term?
How was your last term?
Oh, the tea. Well, I was bored playing office husband to a family of 4 in Singapore. It was as stiff as I am when Ireland played rugby. I know. Alpha male sport. Oh, it's the shorts. Can't help but miss them now.
I think the cult is fully fluid.
They weren't your real family.
When has that ever mattered? The family is who you make it. Nothing should stop that.
Okay, how'd you make Dr. Aniston? Because we read the thing about the military. That's going to be who we're looking for, right?
How did you meet Dr. Aniston?
No. Working the stage at the Stonewall. Oh, back then, mamas and papas weren't ready for a steady queen.
I'm
Then
obsessed.
she found me. Let me spread my wings.
I love them so much. Oh, and we were looking for classical music. What music do you like?
You like music?
Oh, I live for Miles Davis. John Coltrane.
Okay, not the
Give me a
right.
sax player any day. Nothing like jazzing things up.
Love. I am obsessed! I am obsessed! It's not you, though. Okay. Let's talk to somebody else. I'm afraid to ask about Eleanor. I feel like that's trying a little too hard. All right, let's talk to you then. I wish I was them. I wanted it to be them. You're not even looking at me when we're clearly trying to talk to you?
Evening.
Good evening, sir. Madam. Splendid swell, isn't it?
Sure.
Can I get you a drink?
I do believe it customary to partake in a beverage.
Aliens.
But I gave that rank up many, many terms ago.
Right, you're not supposed to. They're not supposed to drink too hard.
I turned out to be a cheap date. Blindingly slow. But don't let me stop you. You never know when it'll be your last.
Damn. I guess. Dang, okay. Okay. Wait, it could be this person, though, based on that information. Wait. Because the story was about them getting alcohol poisoning, basically. Hello, what is this? Hey, I wasn't done! I wasn't done! What the fuck? I didn't know I was on limited time.
Is that all we can...
Boo! You're right, it's replayable, it's replayable. I wonder if
We
replaying
are
this is probably
who
fascinating.
we say we are.
When you already know.
We have measured. We have fitted.
Yeah.
The swell night dawns, and with it the beginning of a new tide. Bring out the new verse.
I'm scared. Eleanor.
I get it. If I could have found her, if I could have saved her, then I was right. But now I know how they felt. Helpless.
Should anybody here give any reason why this girl should not be given to Dr. Aniston?
It's not too late.
For the means of the call.
We all need to walk away sometimes. trust me.
I don't know what this means.
Speak now.
I'll tell her you came. Now go. Rebecca. Go.
I don't know what they're trying to do.
I'm Eleanor's father.
Who are you?
You're not part of this cult.
I'm Eleanor's father.
No, you're not. We know.
Yeah, I'm not. I know.
I am who I say I am.
It is true. Dr. Aniston is our founder and seeker of the core. But the etiquettes are above all and state that no mind until fully developed shall be used. Rules and traditions should be
Then
followed.
why did you take a 17-year-old?
Does anybody here agree? Then we are agreed. You have our blessing to leave with the girl.
Huh? Really?
But first, you shall meet with Dr. Aniston.
Oh no! Yeah, were they about to turn her into a meat suit? I feel like yes. Who is Dr. Aniston? Oh no! Because Price was like, if they're doing what I think they're doing and I was right. But also, does that mean that Price was also a victim of something? No, because she described her experience when she was taken. It's not the same as this. So maybe not. Maybe not. She just has her trauma from that.
Do you know the real reason rats are bred in the lab?
Is this the person who kidnapped Eleanor in the beginning?
They don't bite. They have
I
no
don't remember.
experiences. Ergo, the cage doesn't frighten them. But parenthood frightened you. Am I right? Joshy?
But then why were they going through Eleanor's house? What were they looking for?
Have we met?
Intimately.
Huh?
Though I never expected to again, not after I told you she wasn't yours.
That's my wife? That's my wife? That's my wife?
I knew it. I knew she wouldn't have done like that. It was you. You took her.
Aren't you impressed? They've all swapped bodies.
Yeah.
They all choose to. As did she.
Hey, Aaron,
Eventually
wow,
swung your wife.
the graphics are amazing.
Like my husband, my real husband. It was his idea that we use the machine so that my work would be taken seriously as him. Huh? It worked, of course. I transferred my consciousness into his. But I miscalculated the trajectory and sent him into the walls of this building.
There were multiple times where they
I
gendered
learned a valuable
Dr.
lesson that
Aniston
night.
differently, so that makes sense.
The machine requires a spherical design.
You murdered him?
I made history. by erasing his. But they made me vow never to sacrifice another's experience to bring him back.
I don't think this was my wife all the time. I think she took
Experience?
over my wife.
Sparked a new thesis.
And then therefore my wife was
his
turned
death
into
in vain?
nothing while she took her place.
Well, now complete.
I think.
See, the machine is no longer the answer, but the tool. To walk in the footsteps of others and find a common core. a
My
purpose
wife.
in life. Why did you come, Josh? Weren't you looking for a greater purpose than making others rich?
Was I? I don't know.
We both know you never wanted children. That's why you were chosen.
What?
I came for her.
Now you have her. What's that going to solve? You've seen the others, am I right? They're given the opportunity of lifetimes, squandered by their own personal prices. They don't appreciate the sacrifice it would take.
When our wife started trying
Only
for
him.
babies. So she didn't really cheat,
There's no evidence.
right?
He
She was
can't
just
return.
aliened.
You want to bring your husband back?
Imagine what he's seen, what knowledge he could impart. Whether there truly is a place beyond our own. I mean, even a god.
By sacrificing Eleanor.
One thing I know to be fact. This is the meaning of her life.
Is she actually her daughter?
She was bred for this.
Yep.
I almost envy her.
So she's the
Her
real
life is
mother
meaningless.
of Eleanor. What?
Far from it, sweetie. Her life is meaning. She will give us all purpose. All those who follow. After her, no other life will be wasted. Let me tell you why you came.
This is wild. It is the cult. It is cult shit. Is it really cheating if you're aliens? Getting impregnated by other aliens?
Give her to me. And you can keep that packed bag by the door. There's no
Am I gonna have to make a
waste
choice?
in the scientific
My tarot card in the beginning said it. I was gonna have to make a
Only
choice.
more answers. So,
But I can't remember what my
What is
tarot
yours?
card said. Because do you remember, chat? Because the tarot card reading I did at the beginning was like, you're gonna have to make a choice. I have a streamer mode on, so I didn't have to do that choice very quickly. They said that you can, you're gonna have to make a choice, and then he says, what am I gonna choose, or what's the right choice? And then she said something else, and I can't remember what it was. It was like something for, if it was something for the greater good, then I would have to give Eleanor over. It gives us the greatest gain. Yeah. I think that means that I'm supposed to choose to let her stay. Where are you gonna go after you know that your wife is an alien dude? So she was our wife or the beginning. So the story is that he met this lady, and she wanted to have kids, but he didn't want to have kids. And they were married. And then one day she was like pushing to have a family super fast because she was pregnant, but not with his kid. And so he's like, I'm not even her real dad. And then he left. And so he doesn't even know his daughter at all. But turns out she's not even his daughter. She's an alien daughter. So I think what happened is that he did meet a human woman. and they fell in love. But correct me if I'm putting the pieces together wrong, chat, because there's a lot of information. But what I think is that he met her for real, and then maybe, and then anyways, that he met a real person, and then the alien lady took her place, pregnant with this baby, and then he left anyway, so then he never knew anything. Because she's also the person who was digging through the house looking for stuff, right? At the beginning. And that's when Eleanor went up to her to try to help her, and then she gave her a jab of something. And then she joined the cult. Yeah. So I think our wife is dead, no? Gosh, I don't know. Because if his wife left, joined the cult, got impregnated during the cult, and then Eleanor's cult baby, maybe that's what's happening? I'm trying to figure this out. Who is our wife? Why is our wife? So I think maybe that's the tea, but you have a theory on who the wife is? Ooh, okay. We'll have to talk about it. Actually, let's finish this and then we'll deep dive. But I think we're gonna have to give her over. Because also, even if we escape with her, he doesn't know her at all. I feel like this is really horrible because I'm basically letting her die. But I want to know why my tarot card said it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm scared. Yeah, some random girl. Something is sus. Something is not right. Because there's a lot of other trains that we started and never finished following. So... we probably also could have had a different ending if we were able to find the right person in that room. The right Mr. H. I bet you we would have had a totally different ending if we found him. Oh, the tub! Really gonna watch them kill this girl. I know this choice is fucked. I'm sorry, I wanted to know what would happen. Aliens. See, it is for her arms! No doubt it is. It's not just oars. Told you. I got an achievement that just says discover an ending. How many other endings are there?
My head is heavy from all this
Is that too loud? I'm gonna get in trouble for having a song in my stream. Try to lower it so we can talk. Ooh, but this is jazzy. Not jazzy. We have the dead ending. Swapping consciousness with a hotel. I just feel like we should watch the credits, but then the song makes me nervous. Is this streamer safe? Is this creator safe music? Was the dad the hotel? Yes. Yeah. I think the hotel originally was a person. Balloon lady. Oh yeah. You're right, I can mute the music. But the song is so nice. But here, I'll mute it so I don't get in trouble. But right, it's muted, right? You can't hear it now. Mute sick. Oh, the credits are quite short anyways. Okay, cool. Okay, let's see. So I think the hotel was originally a person. It was her husband. But here's the thing. We keep saying aliens, but what if they're not aliens? What if... I'm just going to pretend they're aliens to go with this story, and then we'll figure it out. But I think it was like... That was her... It was her and her husband, but she would do her science experiments to try to build that machine under, like, pretending she was him, because they were, like, gender roles or something. And so then when she was able to finish her machine, the sacrifice was that he had to be taken for her machine to work. So he turned into the hotel. So her goal now is to find a way to bring him back so she can get the knowledge he's learned from being the hotel. Probably like, you know, because he's been seeing all these things happening, right? He probably has all this info now. Alien theory is out the window. Might as well keep calling them aliens. I don't think they're aliens either. I think they're just people. But regardless, they're doing the same thing, right, that we were saying. They're swapping bodies. And they've been kidnapping people. Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out, because there was a whole kidnapping section. There was a cult section, like with their meetings. And then there's all this stuff now. So I don't know if they're building the cult based on people who just want to be in this cult and swap bodies so that they can change, like, their lives every term. They can swap to a different person's life and take over, right? Because there was that one person who was like, I was like a family of 3 or whatever in Singapore, or whatever it was that he said. And he was like, I wasn't really feeling it. And then another person got in trouble for getting a tattoo not in their own body. And so I think, I don't know if they're kidnapping people and taking over their bodies, or if they're just swapping bodies with other cult members and just hopping lives, basically. And then, but they're still kidnapping people, right? Because there was the guy Chris in the beginning who, he showed up and he was like, never mind, I don't want to be a part of this. What happened to him, right? And then there was the lady Melissa, who we were talking to in her room, and she was like, I don't want to go downstairs, I don't want to be a part of this, I was in a really bad car accident, and then the doctor found me and like unlatched my seatbelt and then took me. And I'm curious what that's about. Why are they kidnapping people in accidents? And then there was the Mr. H that we were trying to find was involved in some alcohol poisoning situation. And then was taken. So I'm wondering if it's a mix of people kidnapping and not, or if it's like they're kidnapping people so that there's more suits to go around. She said they agreed no one should be sacrificed for him. He's been the hotel the whole time. Is that true? But she got pregnant by another person or by the hotel. Her husband, the hotel. I wonder if we could find Chris tied up somewhere. I know, right? You can get invite. Right, we got our invite. Or kidnapped. Like in Call Center Breakfast. That's why I was thinking of some other stuff like this too. That has this energy. We never saw Melissa again. The playthrough was probably an hour and a little bit of change. Hour 15 maybe? Just like a movie. A short movie. Length. She got pregnant with a random person. But she was talking about her husband disappearing into the walls. And then, yeah, maybe she got pregnant by just someone else in the cult. And she really wanted a family because she really wanted a child who would then eventually be sacrificed to remove her husband from the walls of the hotel so she can get his knowledge. But then there's the opening scene of her drugging Eleanor to kidnap her and flipping over tables. What was she looking for then in the house? I don't know. And I wonder if she looked like her mom in that scene, like if Eleanor thought that was her mom, or if she was already looking like in a different suit, so didn't recognize her. She wanted a child so she could be Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We can look in our directory. Ooh, we can look at all the things we found. Look how many things we didn't find. Oh my god. Okay, let's read this again. So and then we still have all that stuff with Price. Like, there's still some stuff to break down with the things that she's been saying. Her backstory is pretty obvious to me. I feel like we get it. But, like, she's a private eye looking for Eleanor? No? You don't know me, but I found you. It wasn't easy seeing how you've never met, but her words were persuasive. Once I tracked you down, I went back to her, but she was gone. All I found in the debris was an address, which I've enclosed. It was the card, the Isle Tide Hotel. But the card was already in that house when Eleanor got drugged. So, this is from Price, yeah. When she says her words were persuasive, does that mean her, the doctor, or her as in Eleanor? Once I tracked you down, I went back to her, but she was gone. All I found in the debris was an address. I'm going to make sure she's all right. Oh, I guess it's Eleanor. If there's any part of you that cares for your daughter, you'll come too. What else have we found? Eleanor's diary, Finding Dad Fund. Because Eleanor had no idea any of this was happening. Mr. H note, won't people be there? I'm scared. I'll seek you out of the orangery. And then this is the story of how Mr. H was taken. He was in a medical tent. Dr. Anderson showed up. She guided me back to Britain, gave me new purpose and an entirely new way of seeing things. Maybe it was like she took people who were dying, brought them here to start transferring so that they wouldn't die, and that's how she brought them into cult life? Maybe? Like she brainwashed them into thinking they wanted to be here? Maybe? What else we got? Story. What is this? Is this just scenes? What happens? Oh, things I could do! Things I could do! Okay, okay, okay. Nothing. I got no information. You found room 4 occupied by the receptionist. There's so many rooms I didn't end up looking in. And we didn't even get to talk to the receptionist again. Yeah, that's right. You found room 6 occupied by Paul Fullheart. We've never even met Paul again. That room is wild. Nothing happening at room 7 occupied by Rosie. You found room 10 occupied by Melissa. Room 15 where Eleanor was kept. Room 17 by Mr. Hennessy. Whoa, there's so much stuff we didn't find. Banana King, his name. Oh my god. Maybe not dying, but lost. I guess that's true. When Melissa was in a car accident, she said she also was kind of lost or similar. We need friends in the UK that are not in cults. Tell me about it. She transferred the consciousness out of some people with badly injured bodies. Right. And gave them new bodies. Melissa was a child who was in a car accident and then transferred to another body to save her life. Yeah, I think maybe that's correct. The bananas. The ballroom feels... I mean, that's why even when you see in the ballroom, someone has a plate with a big banana on it. Unpeeled, just a full-ass banana. Banana. Legal team. I have nothing. Christopher. Nothing. Name. Nothing. What the fuck? The receptionist is so good. The cleaner, the doorman, the Grand Elect. There's so many secrets! You teamed up with Price. You learned of Eleanor's location through the cleaner. Oh yeah, because you can choose to not go with Eleanor, or with Price. You couldn't find Mr. Hennessy in time and went to the Swell celebration. You gave Eleanor, oops, I'm sorry. And then you didn't beat the chess champion, but gained something more. Could I have played chess? Yo, there's so much. There's so much. Let's not cult shame people. Business card. We found the business card with coordinates. We found the key. Whoa, that is wild. Whoa! I feel like I just looked up somebody's bloomers. Don't look at me. The rabbit. And then we've got some missing stuff. Yo! Homies. Let's put the coordinates into Google Maps. Yeah, let's do it. I want to know. Let's look it up. How do I do it? Hold on. I have a lot of things on my desk. I don't even know what to do with this right now. It's on the floor. I'm a trash person. Who is looking this up? The person playing chess refused to play with us. Oh yeah, we probably just didn't. Wait, I want to look up the coordinates. Yeah, is it gonna be an ARG? Questions. Okay. 54. How do I do degrees on Google Maps? Hold on. Look up coordinates on Google Maps. Right-click the place. This will open a pop-up window. You can find your it's too hard. Somebody else do it. This is too complicated for my little pea brain. This is too hard. Hopefully it's Taco Bell. You found it, but it's on your phone. Can you text it to me? Or text me the location. Taco Bell Tide Isle Hotel collab. I have questions. I also said I was gonna play Eternites after this, but I need to put up the option of asking if you want to replay this a different way or if you want to change games. I'm happy to do either, but we have a little bit of time left, so either works. Okay, let me see what you sent me. Pull up the Google Maps. What the heck? Where is this? It's like a tide? It's like a mountain. Wait, what if it's like this little island? Do you see this? There's like a little island here. What if that's it? Oh, that is a rusty lake if I ever did see. Wait, no! You can see it. You can see it. Oh, you can see the hotel. Ah! Oh my god. Dude, that's it. Do you see this shit? Oh my god. What a beautiful view that this cult has. Oh my god, I'm sorry. When I get too excited. If you've missed it, I lost my voice for most of this past week, so when I get too excited, I just devolve into hacking. I'm stressing the windpipe. Let's send me to this cult. The next time you see me, I won't even be me. I'll be in a different person's body. You only saw glimpses of the building? That's the fucking hotel. Oh my god. QuizCon cult. Dude, okay. Freaky. That was awesome. Do you remember when we did the thing? Oh yeah, that's right. You're a hotel in a human body. Yeah, I'm not even really me anymore. Here, I'm gonna set up a poll just for a couple minutes so that we can decide what we're gonna play next. Next activity. Hotel game replay or Eternites. You're gonna have 5 minutes to decide. Vote now or forever hold your peace. Clicks join cult. I'm happy to do either, so don't look at me. I'll do whatever. But that was wild. Because I have a question also about what Price was saying at the end when she was like, I was just trying to make heads or tails of it when she said like if she was right. Wait, does that mean that like, right? Because she was like starting to cry and she was like, if I'm right about what they're doing, which I assume means like they want to kill her or whatever. But maybe not. I don't really know why she just left. But also, he was telling her like, oh, I'll tell her you came. But get out of here. Like, I don't really know what that's about. And then, if he hadn't stepped in when they were like, give me one good reason why we shouldn't have her here in this chair, and he stepped forward. What if he didn't step forward? Were they gonna put her into the cult, or were they gonna kill her anyways? Sacrifice her, sorry. Because it could be. Because it sounded like they were just gonna bring her into the cult. I don't know though. I don't know. Because also the other question is when they took her, remember in her bedroom, she had her things. She had her luggage. She had her doll. Do you think that's because she came willingly? Or do you think that's because she obviously has had consciousness at some point during her stay because she wrote letters and was putting together a fund to find her dad. And then she like hired the private eye. But she also... like, it's possible if that woman was her mom that she would have packed her bags for her daughter being like, I know she loves this rabbit or whatever. So, I have questions. Can you do a playthrough where you try really hard to join the cult? I don't know. It's a good question.